Hi Rachel, how are you?
I'm good, how are you?
I'm doing fantastic. So what are we going to talk about today?
Just overwhelmed with lots of school stuff, potential job opportunities. I've been applying, or I've been interviewing in the process for about 2 months now with a job at Freighter, which I'm really excited about. I think it's a good company to get my foot in the door, but it's been a lengthier process than I thought. I've done 3 interviews already, 1 phone interview. Like, it sounds like I'm going to be a doctor, but I'm really just going to be like a little nurse's aide and patient access rep if need be. So I'm excited about it, but I'm nervous. We're in what's called J-term in school, which is a pretty extensive class. It's easy, but there's just a lot of work that needs to be done in just a short amount of time. And then in May, we're going to be starting practicum, which is another 8-hour work day that we need to do. So I don't know, just a lot is about to happen and come up, and I guess I'm kind of second guessing myself on if getting a full-time job right now is a good idea, because I work a part-time job and a little part-time job from home, and like financially it's fine for my family. I just didn't want to turn down like a good job, if that makes sense.
It does. It sounds like you're kind of conflicted right now. You're not really sure where to go.
Yeah.
And what to do. Okay. Tell me a little bit more about this job that you're applying for and what it's all going to entail for you.
Sure. So like I said, it's a nurse's aide and patient access rep. And it's going to be in a little clinic, or clinics. I'd be a floating position for little clinics, not the main Freighter hospital. Basically, I'm the person that gets the patients checked in at times, but other times I could float over to being like the person that gets you all set up in your room and, does all the vitals and stuff like that. So it'd be a lot of different things every day, which I'm kind of excited about. I'm good with customer service and I'm good with working face-to-face with people, so it's definitely in my realm of work. It's not my dream job by any means, but the benefits are good, the pay is good, and I feel like Freighter has like a lot of opportunities to move up, so I can either continue on. Before Human Services, I was in nursing school for my RN, so I could finish that up and use that, or I feel like I could use my Human Services degree and just move up once I graduate.
Okay. You said it was full-time. Is that 40 hours in a week?
It could be 40 to 50 hours. Starting in February, they're going to do rotating Saturdays, so those would be 50-hour work weeks.
Okay. So how many classes are you taking in school right now?
Well, 3, and then J-term is pretty much like 3 classes all crammed into 2 weeks. It really is 1 class. There's just lots of assignments to do.
So it sounds like you have a lot of schoolwork to do on top of work as well.
I minimally probably spend like 10 hours a week on just homework, and then we have 3 hours of class a week.
Okay. So it sounds like on one hand you have a lot of homework to do, a lot of stuff for school, and you're kind of feeling a little overwhelmed with all that. But on the other hand, you're going out and looking for a 50-hour a week job. Is that correct?
Yeah. It sounds kind of silly. I just feel like it'd be such a good opportunity, and I don't know if I want to turn it down, but at the same time, I'm also, like you said, like, just have so much school to do, and like, what if it takes away from my schooling? And I pride myself in my school. I like getting straight A's, and I don't want a job to change that either.
Right. It's a good opportunity for you, but you need to focus on your studies.
Yeah.
Right.
Absolutely.
Okay. Have you talked over this with your husband as far as what you think, what his opinions are?
I have. He thinks, and we've both been back and forth. We kind of made like not really pros and cons list. In my head, I kind of did. We kind of talked over it, and he thinks it's kind of not a smart move to be getting a job like this. He thinks it is smart, but it's not. Like, same kind, like for me, kind of like my foot's in the door with Freighter, but am I going to lack on school? And school is what I should focus on, and that's really going to be my ultimate future. Without my degree, I'm not going to move up anywhere. So I think doing good in school, and especially doing good in practicum, would be good.
So it sounds like you just really are kind of, you don't know what to do now as far as to accept the job and try to do, juggle both and a family or just focus more on school. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm stuck. I'm having a hard time saying no to them because the last interview I was in, they said basically if I don't get the position as a float, they'd have a permanent clinic position for me. So, which may be even easier and better, but it sounds like pretty much I have the job no matter what.
Okay, well that's exciting.
It's very exciting.
Do they have any, opportunities for a part-time position? Maybe that you could slowly work your way up to full-time?
I'm sure I could ask them.
It's not something you've talked with though yet?
It's not. I haven't really talked to them about it. They know I'm open to part-time, but okay. I don't know if that's really available right now.
Are you doing okay managing, school and work in your family so far, what you have set right now?
Yeah, it's really good. I just work nights and go to school nights and work occasionally weekends every once in a while. And it goes really good. I hate being home or being gone at night because I don't see my husband a lot because he works long days. He's up at 6 in the morning. Comes home at 7 at night. The kids go to a babysitter in the in-between time, and by the time I come home, he gets up, so he's already in bed. But then there are weekends I don't work. I don't work this upcoming weekend, and we get to spend time together, and I'm like, oh, it's not that bad. But realistically, I don't know. I like staying home with my kids, but I would prefer being home with my entire family.
Sure.
At night.
So right now you're not working a full in a week. There's some weeks you don't work at all?
Nope, I work. I have set days. I usually work Tuesday, Thursday, Friday nights, and occasionally Saturday and Sunday days.
Okay.
But every other weekend.
Okay. And you're able to handle all that?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, this is a permanent position, you said, correct?
Yep.
For them? Okay. Have you kind of made a pros and cons list of just what would be the positives of it and the negatives and kind of weighed them out?
I haven't actually sat down and written a list. Like I said, we kind of did a quick one in our heads, oh, this would be nice, but this wouldn't. Right now, I'm cheap. I don't pay for health insurance. I don't have health insurance. And I get really, really good benefits with that. And we would end up saving money because my husband pays so much for his health insurance through his work, and back and forth. So things like that, there's lots of pros and cons. But no, we haven't actually sat down and made a list.
Maybe writing it all down, seeing it, on paper with your husband there, kind of talking about your finances and, how maybe the money may be beneficial or, maybe just waiting out till you're done with school might be more beneficial. Maybe seeing that all on paper might help a little bit.
I think that's a good idea.
Okay. So let's just kind of go over what we talked about. You're right now working part-time, going to school full-time. You have a lot of stuff coming up with school, and so it's kind of overwhelming. But you're out looking for this new job. You've been interviewing with them for a couple months, 2 months now, and it would be a full-time job, 50 hours a week. You're kind of stuck with take the job and juggle school and job, or just focus on school more so.
Right.
I think making a pros and cons list with your husband and kind of sitting down and figuring out what's going to work best for your family would be really beneficial, kind of seeing and weighing it all out. And I think maybe we should start there, and we'll come back next week and review all that and see what you guys come up with.
Sounds good. Sounds like a good idea.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.